What's up guys, and welcome back to another new Clash Royale video. And in today's video we actually have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. So before this video even starts, smash the like button. Let's see if we can break 2,000 likes, let's say, for this video. Smash the like button if you are hyped for the next big Clash Royale update, which is actually coming basically next month at this point. It's basically February now. And yes, so the next update is basically in March, as Clash Royale did confirm themselves. So that does mean we can get a bunch of new stuff, such as a new card rarity, potentially heroes, and obviously most definitely we're going to get new cards, which is the main primary focus of today's video. We'll actually be taking a look at new card concepts made by some very special Clash Royale designers here in the community, and we're basically going to discuss how these cards would look, how they would work, and basically their names, etc., and potentially whether they'll actually be added or not, whether Supercell will take it into consideration, or maybe if they're just cool ideas that Supercell will probably never add. So I do want to say a massive thank you to the two designers that I'll be featuring, basically their work. Their names are Sardar and Vovvovson. So I'll be linking both of their channels in the description below. These guys are some of the top designers in the Clash of Clans and Clash Royale community. They're making this video happen by actually creating these card concepts for me to make you guys see, I guess. Kind of sounds confusing, but basically they're making these cards. I'm going to showcase these cards if you haven't seen them already to you guys. So without further ado, smash the like button. Check out these guys' channels after you have watched this video, because they're great designers. And now let's get straight onto the first card we actually have. It's actually the Crusher made by Vovvovson. Now if you do play Clash of Clans, you will actually know this card, or you'll know this, I guess, building troop kind of thing. You will be really familiar with this because especially in the builder base of Clash of Clans, this is where it basically features. You basically place it down. It is a huge kind of building. You place it down, and as simple as this is, it crushes the enemy's troops that come near the Crusher within a certain radius, and it basically just smacks down on the ground, crushing anything with a lot of force, guys. I mean, this guy is so strong. Like, he basically one hits like giant. That's how strong he is. Even a giant dies. So I'm pretty sure if this was to be added in Clash Royale, it won't be that overpowered, because I guess, like, if you place one of these guys on the bridge, you will basically have to use ranged troops or like flying units to get rid of this thing, because if you're trying to place a push down with like giants and ground troops, like, that have to use melee to do some damage, there's no way they're going to take this guy out before obviously getting crushed by the guy. So yeah, he is 6 elixir, and you can actually see that he looks basically the same as he does in Clash of Clans, which is not a bad thing, because a lot of Clash of Clans troops will actually move to Clash Royale as well, and they basically look exactly the same also. So personally, I think that this is a potential card that could come to Clash Royale, simply because we do need more buildings from Clash of Clans that are new from the builder base over to Clash Royale. And yeah, I reckon that Supercell could actually add this if a lot of people requested it. So yeah, that's a really good idea. Let's move on to the next card, which is actually made by Sardar this time, and this is actually the Tornado or the Wind Wizard. I mean, Sardar called this the Tornado Wizard, but I think that the Wind Wizard just sounds more like catchy, more, it rolls off the tongue easier, because we already do have like the Electro Wizard, Ice Wizard, and the normal wizard. So like, if you say Tornado Wizard, it sounds kind of long and like unnatural, whereas when you say Wind Wizard, it just kind of rolls off your tongue. It both starts with like W-I, so I don't know, I just kind of guess that it kind of rolls off the tongue more alliteration, or whatever the phrase is used to call it when they start with the same letter. Anyway, let's actually take a look at this card. You could see that this is a wizard with some mad hairstyle, which I'm pretty sure is in a Clash of Clans commercial, where basically the wizard is like brushing his hair, and like everyone doesn't know what his hair looks like underneath the hood, so he basically reveals that it's a massive like black afro. But anyway, we actually see that he's like within a tornado. He's like mastering the tornado effect, I guess you could say, rolling that thing around, and I'm pretty sure this would be a really cool card, especially if it was a legendary. However, Sardar made this, I'm pretty sure, an epic card. So what this wizard would do is kind of self-explanatory. Instead of shooting fireballs, ice on electric bolts, for example, this guy would shoot out gusts of like small wind, causing it kind of like mini tornadoes basically. And what the tornadoes could do is they could do damage while also pulling the troops back, or maybe scattering them across like other lanes. Maybe it just sends them to a completely different lane, which in my opinion I think is a pretty cool idea. For example, if there's a big push coming, you place one of these guys down, they would basically shove a tornado on top of all of the cards that are inbound and send like a few of them over to the other lane, where there's going to be like no damage at all causing from that push, which would be a really useful card. However, I don't know how much elixir this guy would be. He never actually gave him an elixir cost. However, I would reckon this guy would be 4 or 5 elixir at most. I can't see him being more than that, simply because, I mean, he's not going to be super overpowered, and plus he's a wizard. A wizard shouldn't cost that much for, you know, like 6 plus elixir. That's just kind of crazy for that amount. But yeah, I could also see this being added. Very, very possible chance of this card being added. I mean, Supercell probably won't like see a lot of requests for this card just because it's an idea. People are just like, yeah, that's cool, but like they never actually ask Supercell to add these. But yeah, if I had to say that Supercell would either add this or not add this, I would say that if they wanted to, they could definitely make this card work and definitely add it to the game. They could definitely balance it and not make it overpowered so people won't complain. And plus, it's just a cool card in general. We will have another wizard card added to the game. We will have another wizard card added to the collection of cards in the Clash Royale game. So I guess that's another pretty cool bonus. Tell me your thoughts about these cards in the comments, by the way, guys. I've not really asked you to comment below, so tell me what you guys would name these cards if you had like a name change for these cards if you don't like the current name, what the elixir cost would be, change their rarities for example, and what they would actually do. And obviously the final one is whether you would like it added into the game or not. The next card we're taking a look at is actually the Rocketeer made by Sardar again, and we have heard like rumors about this actually coming to Clash Royale before, which is a pretty funny subject. It actually happened like a year and a half ago, I believe, where in the like I'm pretty sure it was like exactly May or October 2016 somewhere. It was definitely 2016. So basically it was rumored in the game files that the Rocketeer was being added to Clash of Clans first, but then a lot of other people speculated it to come to Clash Royale instead. And what this card is as you can see by the picture, it is a legendary card with a bomber, but instead of the bomb on his back, he's actually got a huge rocket. So what this guy would do is I'm pretty sure he would fly and like basically float. The rocket will basically kind of keep him afloat within the midair, and this guy would like fly around on his little rocket while I'm pretty sure dropping bombs. Well, I'm not pretty sure. I'm actually clueless as to what this guy's gonna do when he actually attacks, but I'm guessing drop bombs because he's a bomber. As you can see, he's got his little bomber helmet on, and of course what else is he going to do? He's not just gonna drop like his helmet and do some damage, because I don't know, that would do nothing. Maybe potentially the rocket could shoot out some like flames and then possibly damage towers and troops, but apart from that I actually have no idea how this guy would attack. So you guys can decide in the comments, I guess. But yeah, I'm just guessing. It sounds like he's going to do something either with his rocket to do damage with the flames from his rocket, since he's called a Rocketeer, or he's going to drop bombs while he's away up in the sky, like dropping those bombs down. So yeah, pretty cool idea. I definitely want to see this being added because it's a legendary, and there's always room for more legendaries, and I guess that's just my reason. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but like, yeah, I don't know why, I just really want this card added, even though I don't know what it will do, but I'm pretty sure Supercell could definitely make it work. They make any card work. So yeah, props to Sardar for making this card. On to the next one. And the final card we'll actually be taking a look at is actually going to be called the CATAPULT by Sardar yet again, and basically it's self-explanatory. I'm guessing all of you guys watching this know what a catapult is, but if not, it's basically like a building that you place down. It launches back and fires like huge either mace balls or just like mortar balls or bombs or something along these lines. It could really launch anything just as long as it fits the theme of Clash Royale. So what I was thinking is like basically a mortar that's kind of like a little bit like slow, it takes some time to charge up, etc. And then after that, instead of like, for example, shooting like the mortar shells that the mortar fires, it could maybe shoot like spiky bombs. And what those bombs would do is, as you can see by the image, basically the image is on the screen there, like those spiky bombs that we see basically as traps in Clash of Clans, if it were to shoot them, it would basically let go of them, launch them next to the tower somewhere, and they would have like a little maybe 1 to 2 second timer before they would explode, and any troops in or any like I guess towers, buildings, troops in the area above the opponent will actually get dealt some damage to and potentially even explode them. But yeah, that's basically all I can think about for this card. It's basically kind of like another variation of a mortar, I guess. So I mean, it's pretty cool if you think about it to have something that's a variation of the mortar, because a lot of people do complain about the mortar, so potentially a variation to that could, I guess, fix the game, maybe have a little bit less people complaining. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think this should do in the comments, because even I have no idea, and I'm pretty sure Sardar has no idea also. He just got recommended to make this card, so he made it. It turned out pretty cool, as you guys see there. And yeah, that's basically going to do it for all of these card concepts. Hopefully you guys did manage to enjoy this video. If you did, remember to leave a like I did tell you in the beginning of the video that you should drop a like. Let's aim for 2,000 likes. And yeah, I should be making some more Clash Royale videos in the future, so subscribe if you're new for Clash Royale content. If you want some free Clash Royale and Clash of Clans gems, head on over to the first link in the description below titled Free Gems. Let me know which one of these card concepts was actually your favorite, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.